Hello, good day. It's Joseph Gambe and Jeffrey Hlakanyani. We are here to present on the techniques of ethical hacking and digital forensics. So, on our ethical hacking, we chose a tool is MSFVENOM for social engineering. It's an Android framework used for making hacking APK files that have embedded reverse shells which can be used for hacking Android devices. The tool was not present in Backtrack but is now present in Kali Linux and Parrot OS. As a separate option to make Android hacking as easy as possible, we will be using Metasploit and MSVENOM together for this hack for the Android APK files. So I will hand over to Jeffrey to present on the methodology for this tool and the commands which we did in. Over to you, Jeff.
Okay, thank you, Joe. We will proceed with our MSFVENOM. So this is a tool that is used to create a backdoor, as Joe alluded earlier. It is used to create a backdoor in which gives access to different things, to many things on an Android device. So here you have to be logged as a root user. So here you see it is an embedded application which comes from within, which is within Parrot OS already. So you have to be logged as a router, as a root user. That's why that's what I just did here. So as we move forward, we invoke the MSFVENOM command. Then we will be using a payloader. So what happens is the -p invokes or calls the command or calls the payloader, then interpreter for a reverse TCP connection. So you set your host to your IP address so that all the reverse engineered or all the data that that you'll be accessing through your backdoor will be sent to your machine, the one that you'll be using, or will be sent to that IP address that you have set your machine to. So there we go. So as you see, as we go on forward, now we have created that payload size, that our APK file, which we have named missing you 007. So you can name your application whatever you want. We just thought of something funny to say, to call it missing your 007. So you remember that your target is to install this application on their device. So whatever you do or whatever you these are for your own safety. If you are to check, usually try and not to install unverified applications. So this application will be then sent to your documents folder. You see it there, return missing u8.apk. So this is now ready for deployment. You can send it to any mobile Android device to create the to create the backdoor for you. So as we continue, we can use another window so that we can invoke the MSF console. So as you see now, the MFS console will start the Metasploit libraries, which we can also make use of. So now we in the Metasploit library, we use the exploit multi-handler. So as you can see, the exploit multi-handler is we are now in the multi-handler. Now you set your local host, which is your IP address. Then you set your port as well. So once you have done this, you can run the exploit command. So as long as the application is installed and it's running on the Android device, you start as you see, the Metasploit has started the reverse TCP handler. And now all traffic, if once the application is installed on our target device, the traffic will start accumulating there. So you'd find out that you have other commands that you can run. If you want the SMS, you can click the files on this link channel so that you can access the files and the other commands that you can run for if you want to exploit SMSs, if you want to exploit webcams, if you want to exploit. This is just an application to give you the backdoor to be to be able to control an Android device remotely. So that's all for our MSFVENOM, and now we move on to a tool for digital forensics that we will be using to recover files from that we'll be using to recover files from a deleted flash. So now we are going to be using Foremost to recover our deleted files from a USB drive. So Joe can give you an introduction to how we are using Foremost for.
And our aim is to investigate for digital forensics to retrieve digital files from a USB drive. Foremost digital forensic is a digital forensic tool that allows a security personnel to retrieve digital files from a USB drive in the case that there are important files lost on some malicious activity emanating from the flash disk. This will allow investigation and analysis of the data previously written on the USB drive. Over to you, Jeff, to present the commands.
So, Foremost is also an embedded tool which comes in from Parrot OS, which is embedded in there. You can find it, so you don't need to install it. But if you don't have it, you can use the apt install command to install the Foremost. So now we start our Foremost here. Then in Foremost we use the fdisk -l command to list all the disks that are connected, or all the hard drives that are on the machine. So remember that you need to have your flash or your USB drive connected to your machine, and make sure then you know the name of the flash. So now as you can see, our flash is then you need to remember the file path which is the file with the USB drive is on. So now we copy that file path, and then we go ahead and recover all deleted files from that flash. So now we invoke our sudo foremost -I. So this command also actually enables us to create a new folder within our documents tab, so that we will be saving all the recovered files, because we don't want to be saving our recovered files in the same location or on the same hard disk that we are running the commands. So here, as you see, I'm having errors. The reason for the errors is because I have another folder named output within the documents folder. So if you check, I will rename it to output 12. So now when I rerun my commands, now it's processing. As it is processing, you will see now in the new output file folder. Now, so for this foremost, when it's recovering files, what happens? It summarizes, or it groups these documents according to file format. So as you see, we have text files, which we have the LDTXT, we have MP3 files, we have, so it groups. So this allows us to analyze, okay, these were MP3 files. If you had a virus, did it come from a downloaded song or a downloaded music piece? If we had this malicious, did it come from a text files? Did it come from a bat command? All those kind of things. So that's so it summarizes, or it groups these according to file format. So this flash, since it was quite big and 28 gig, and it had many things deleted or formatted from it, so it would take a bit of time, as you can see. But these are all flash. It means it's running, and it's recovering all the files that have been deleted before. So once it's done, you go back to your output folder, where you will see these files, and then you can be able to handle them and analyze and take a look at them to what happened. And so I think that's all we had to show you on these tools. So as you can, the other thing that we wanted to emphasize on is that in the event that you have deleted important information, you can recover them. In the event that you have suffered an attack which emanated from a USB drive, we can as well recover the USB drive and try and isolate where our problems emanated from. So these are all useful tools, even in many facets of the security industry. IT auditors can make use of these to try and recover audit trails of what happened and logs of what happened and what transpired. So that's this is all we have from us. Have a good day.